Okay, we are now recording. Sorry about interrupting everyone. We started a little bit late due to technical difficulties, and here we go. Go for it, Ryan.
All right. So we are starting off with the topic of the homepage that we're improving with the tower. Andre and I worked on it on Friday. Hopefully we did it correctly. This is it here. This is just on a dummy page for now, and then if everyone clicks around and tells me it's okay, I'll put it live tomorrow.
It's cool. It's really
so it works.
really
It all clicks.
Can you click it?
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. I did see the ticket, but I wanted you to show us.
So it all goes to the links. I believe the correct links. Emily, if you could,
Yeah.
I put the link in the ticket. Just click around and just double check it for me.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, and then after I get that approval, I will just put it on the homepage. So
That's amazing. Tell me something, Ryan, when you and Andre were working on this, you were using the templates. How was that template and the user for you that are the ones pushing this? Is there any improvements that we can do?
For what template? I'm sorry?
So to fill this out, we have remember a month ago we were talking about the templates fill out the information for each API. And then we were talking about this will happen maybe 3 times a year because of the releases. And we want them clickable. And we were thinking, will this always be something? For the moment, it's not coded in, so we will have to push it manually. When you two were working on it, do you investigate anything that can make this automatic so that it can be just a PR? Or we have not gotten to that level?
No, we did a quick let's get it working, and then let's improve it as it's already up, because it shouldn't be any, like what, at least a little while before it's updated again.
Yes.
So
that's what we agree, but I thought it would be too early, but I had to ask you.
Yeah, that's I just wanted to get this up, and Andre and I can talk about it this week and see what the best way is to keep it so it's a little bit more automatic updated.
Right.
Emily.
I think we briefly discussed this in live hangout, and David mentioned black ones means actually when we do the release like 4.0, we will need to change this like what do we call it, this deck, what do we call it, this is second,
these little boxes.
Yeah, no, it's a second. This is we call it the second page. No, second page.
Oh, card. Yeah.
Yeah. What David suggested is that every page should have its own landing page.
Yeah.
Landing page.
Yeah, landing page. So basically, David said we got to change this anyway. It's just go around to change the individual letter. The number is not a big issue. So I think, yeah, I agree. I had a quick, I clicked all around. It looks perfect. Thank you, Ryan.
Emily, where did we put that one ticket where you asked me to mock up a page?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask that.
I didn't see the ticket, guys. Like
that mock-up.
Ticket doesn't exist yet.
No, there was one that we're talking about.
Yeah, and then you create a mock-up. Where is it? This is in the
maybe it's in the second page. It has been so long.
I hope not.
Because I didn't see the ticket for the new for one API, so that can be an example of all the APIs.
One. Emily?
I think you put a link in the, let me see. I think you put a link in the previous agenda. Let me figure it out.
Oh yeah, in the previous meeting, I put the links there, updated it when I couldn't make it.
Oh, here, yeah. Issue, mock-up, issue 320.
320.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Can we put it under the new, can we put it again under the new agenda? Today, when I was adding things to the minutes, I discovered that we have so much work, but also we have been dropping stuff because it's so busy. So now there are 2 layers, one that is the Git and the one that differentiates between the working group tickets with relationships to this code.
Yeah.
Just so that it helps us.
Yeah, I think we're about to finish the first round of this, and we can start fresh and keep it a little more organized after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe a little just more tasks, more tickets for smaller tasks instead of having multiple tasks in one ticket.
That's what I mean.
This the one I was thinking?
Yes.
This is the one. It's not a real page right now, but it's
The
got the
mock-up.
information is. So it's
That's
just like,
kind of, this is much better than the current, current one. The current
Okay.
one is like a project, is a config, and then go somewhere. It hasn't got good information. I think this is kind of draft, and then it's kind of just trying to socialize the layout, and then we can work towards that.
okay.
So for the two of you, sorry, Emily, let me interject here. Is it possible to create, I missed this one. Is it possible to create a new ticket that uses the config API as the example of what to expect for the 12 APIs as the single page? Can we do that? Because feedback, we're not, because otherwise we're totally lost.
Right, so for this 320 with Ryan, what you have done, I think is pretty good. So we can close that one, and then we work on the kind of the other landing page, the kind of MicroProfile dash config, and for all the other specs. So
now, did we talk about having those automatically created, or are we?
No, automatically. If it's not automatic, Ryan, we don't want it. Automatic.
Yeah,
it needs to come from Git.
Right. It will be owned by individual spec. Like for example, MicroProfile dash config will be creating the page. So we will use the GitHub pages, so they can maintain it without any problem, and then automatically. I don't know how did you make up this page?
Oh,
so
I just did it straight in copy pasted right into WordPress, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, copy paste.
Yeah, so this isn't generated from anywhere. It was just more for styling, just to show.
Oh, I see. We need to get kind of automatically push towards MicroProfile.io.
Yes.
If we do the GitHub pages.
And this is why I said a new ticket, because I think that it's going to take a little bit of setting up. Especially, Emily, you showed us last time, 2 weeks ago, the GitHub, we are using Jakarta EE pages for documentation under the TCK, and we find them most valuable. But in MicroProfile, we have not. And this is just the startup point that, we are bringing in, right? So I'm saying, not only do we need to document that side on the main Git of MicroProfile, but we also need to bring awareness so that every API knows this is coming. And I think tomorrow is going to be a great day, because I didn't even know that Ryan had a mock-up from your work on that. And you showed us 2 weeks ago. And John said, this needs graphs. Is that the same thing? Because we saw what the page had, but it was missing graphs. And I think maybe it's too short of a time for you to have adjusted graphs. And maybe you need Ryan to help you on that. But what is the status on that one?
Oh yeah, we need to, that's a good point. We need to get some graphs. So
I don't remember. I brought up graphs.
you were the one 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then I showed you a diagram, and then it's you said don't need to be that sophisticated. I will draw a graph. I will try to get the markdown. I will try to figure out the markdown.
Yes.
We'll see.
I
will put up graph for tomorrow. So I think it's for tomorrow for this website. I think for the second card looks good.
Okay.
So
I right into the ticket that you checked all the links, and then I'll push it live tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be, at least that part will be live on the homepage.
Yeah, excellent.
And Ryan, can you, when you add the link, can we copy paste the actual name of the ticket and put the names associated? You copy paste because we're on the call and it's like we're rushing, but it doesn't work when it's just like the name, like the formal link. It needs to have the copy paste of the name of the ticket so that it's,
This one's not exactly, has multiple.
it's not descriptive, but it will help us do better documenting, right?
Yeah.
Right. I have one more kind of comment. How does people is that how does people look at automatically think that's clickable? I know it's when you hover over it, oh, you can click. But when I view it, how do I know that the box is clickable?
Well,
right.
just like you did on this is the same on Open Liberty when it
Yeah,
shows
I know, that's the
standard
same
legal
thing.
frame that's clickable.
I saw it change colors when you.
Yeah, it's got rollover.
It's got
Yeah.
visual cues.
Yes, colors. Look at this. Do you see
Yeah.
that? Emily, a
Right.
great question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ryan, before you push this, because it needs review, I think tomorrow you will show it, and I think we can just push it tomorrow. Show back the page. I wanted to show you something. Kevin gave fantastic feedback for us. In the area where it says no change, we need to add the link of the previous version here. Since we are updating everything by hand at the moment, it needs to be 3.2 in this area, the link.
Right here.
Yes, latest version. You can say last version from that one, and just add the link there.
Those
That was
things from MicroProfile 3.2.
Yes. So last version 3.2. I will say version 3.2. I will add the version 3.2, and then version 3.2, the link exactly there. Can we do that?
I'll just put 3.2 after this version word,
Yes.
and it'll be links.
And then
Or just say no change from MicroProfile 3.2.
Yes. Yeah. Make it formal, make it doable. And I was going to send a ticket after Kevin said that because I thought it was great, but we got busy. And his feedback was valuable, like really useful.
I can do it.
If you can send a ticket and he will know and add him to it, that's like a great contribution in tracking. Ryan,
I'm not going to make a ticket.
I can send that. I will send the ticket just because.
I'm just going to make something.
Yeah, I will send the ticket. I was going to do it that day, and we get busy and we forget. But valuable contribution needs to be tracked.
Right. Don't worry, Ryan. I'm going to create a ticket for you to create a ticket. Okay. just so as a reminder.
So we know how we spend the time. Even 10 minutes is valuable. I love it.
Yeah, you need to organize a meeting for a meeting,
Exactly. So,
all right.
And Ryan, do you want to show the branding resource page that you created? Have you done any improvements on that one? I know it's like.
No, it's still the same as I think last time I showed it. I'll get to it sometime, maybe work on a little bit this week, but we don't have much new things to add so far. Just from here, you'll see that on this page, which you find in resources, branding resources, and there's logos, which will take you to this section, all logo files. It pretty much brings you to the Google Drive that has everything organized.
I really like that thing you created, like you can actually see the drive. It's so cool, I have to say. Really, really cool, Ryan.
All the colors you may need, from web colors to, am I missing Pantone colors? Yes. I don't know if we even use them to print anything, but I could put it in there.
We do use them.
Yeah, I'll have them somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to fonts, go here, you can download the fonts. It'll take you to the Google Drive. And then here is also just another place you can find all the session templates for social media.
So Ryan, and it is saying, can you go down a little bit lower? I have feedback for this, but I did not want to overwork our things here. So first, we need to add a card for the swag because we have it all in the drive, and anyone can go and send, if there is someone in US, they can just send it to any vendor and they can get all the colors, the right colors, everything is done. So we need, that to be linked here. I will send a ticket. We need to add to this page the swag so that everyone can print stickers, t-shirts, hoodies if they want to.
You just want all these links to the print data files.
Yes, because we have the mockups and we have the drive. We have the folder.
Because if it's going to get long, I can make a table at the bottom of this that has like stickers, T-shirts.
Yeah. One link.
The button.
Exactly. One link. We have there the swag. One link for the swag, and it has the stickers. It has the hoodie. It has the T-shirt. Simple. But I can send it in the one ticket. And then we need to add to this page the submit your session. Do you see that we have it in the main page?
But this is not. Yeah. But this is just submit your session is. Well, it's right here actually. It's one session coverage. It's right here when you're looking at the session social media.
Yes, but that is a little.
And we have it on every other page. This is just resources, though.
Okay, so then.
Yeah. I think we have it in like 3 or 4 different spots over the website.
So then remove them from every other spot, and I will say just add it as a button also here. Leave it there and add it as a button. I believe that every page should have a button for call to action. And the MicroProfile project has had close to 150 or so sessions submitted via Gits for those that remember. And it's very valuable in any place in the world, any microprofiler that maybe it's not contributing code, but learning and teaching or sharing what it's learning is using this. So I believe that.
To remove it from everywhere and then only have it here?
We can remove it from, you said there's 4 places. What are the places?
I got to count it on the website. Why don't we, if they're already sitting in a good spot, people will see it.
Okay.
Would you go to branding resources to look for submitting a session?
Yes, I would. But
I am not. I would not link branding resources with my session kind of submitting. I think maybe it's better to say social media instead.
And I did put it right here with submit your Git issues.
It's great there.
So
too. Well,
I don't think we.
It's just an idea. We can totally modify it as people use it. Like microprofilers use it, not attached to anything, but it looks really good, Ryan.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Just make a ticket for the swag card and I'll take care of it probably this week.
For the swag and etc. And also is the kind of the session promotion. Can we list it kind of under a different heading? Because I feel like it's not directly linked to the social media though. Session.
How can I?
This is branded social media, like visuals they can use to promote their own
branding.
So this is like the cards, the visuals they would download to use. This is like branded social media imagery.
For the speakers.
Oh, okay, this is social media design template.
Mm-hmm. This one has been in effect for 3 years. 3 years.
I don't think anyone's ever used it, but except me.
No.
When I'm doing tickets.
South Java has created a new one for meetups, and they have been using this. They are the only ones. Everyone else just asked us to use it.
I don't. I probably have not. Investigating this as yet.
Okay.
Okay,
Emily, but good question.
Yeah, if you think about this using the social media design, that's kind of linked. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about swag? So where do you can we create a link or somewhere so people can
here
the swag?
We will create that's what I'm talking about. We will create a card that says, if someone wants to get MicroProfile and pay for it, because MicroProfile Working Group will have a budget for this, but also like a JAG can, or any organization can choose to get their own JAG, their own swag, and pay for it. The minimum requirement is $25 to buy the t-shirts. And in the United States, if they are abroad, then they have to find a vendor to get the right swag, the right materials and all these things, but all of it has been always housed under the swag area, there is a logo for the sticker, the size, the design, and it tells you who do we use. We use Sticker Mule, right? And then they ship everywhere. And it's easier. I think, Ryan, you know that it's easier to print that anywhere, right? Like,
yeah. There's even lots of good resources for t-shirts. If what's one that's, if we wanted to, we could set up an easy way. They would have to pay for it.
Yes.
But it's set up where
they ship and do everything. We need to do that, Ryan.
Ship it and you just click it and they buy it straight from these. I'll figure out the name. We could bring it up on the next call.
Yes, Vince from DevNexus, they are doing that, and it's amazing. Like they didn't do it for DevNexus, but they are doing it in the future. And one of the coolest things is that the vendor is online, like you said, and you can buy one T-shirt, one hoodie. You don't have to limit yourself like we do to buy the swag. Usually it's a minimum of 25. No, you can buy one and pay for one, and they take care of it. So let's do that, but it will be in the ticket, Ryan. And Emily, good follow up on that one, because all of it is included in the ticket, and anyone there can follow and say, hey, how about X? So we can make it awesome.
All right, perfect.
Can we now go to the working group? Please, please, please. We have 10 minutes to go.
For my work, I'm done.
Well, I do have one quick update.
Okay.
And this is why I haven't done this in the past. I can set up a recurring meeting, but it's going to generate a new meeting ID. So what I'm going to do is I'll send out a note about tomorrow and just say, hey, you're going to be added to the working group. Sorry, to a waiting room. We'll have to add you. And I'll explain it all out. But I think after tomorrow's meeting, because there's such short notice, then we'll generate the new meeting with a new meeting ID and update the calendar.
Yes, it's too short of a notice to change things, but I'm saying that we need John, we need the ID, because the automatic tweets go out, and most people use the link in the tweets of MicroProfile to join, and we need to update that one. That means an update. What I'm going to do is just like copy paste and retweet that. Like, Brian, don't worry about it.
Please update our system for the scheduled tweets and not use TweetDeck, because once you schedule something, you can't edit it.
Yes.
You have to delete it, do it all from scratch again.
Can we buy something? Can we buy a system that helps us be?
Well, Buffer. Buffer does it, or there's like 5 or 6, or maybe.
We love Buffer. Buffer is included. I actually included it into budget. We will get anything that helps us, because this is very painful. Just go into the budget, marketing budget, and add it. And if you know the price, because you know the price, just add, like, it takes, I don't know if it's by users, but just add it there and move on, because it's really painful. You're MPTO, so I will fix that, Ryan. You don't have to do anything. And John, you will help us. When you send that message, I will see it and I will immediately update it. So here, I have a follow-up.
Yeah, so it's the Eclipse Foundation that enforced this rule, or Zoom?
Zoom. It's Zoom.
Itself
Zoom. Eclipse has done nothing wrong.
Okay.
It's Zoom.
Okay.
And they might not even know about it. This is why I was saying BCC, I would say recommend BCC Paul so that he knows. And then they start adjusting stuff internally.
Okay.
Thank you for checking. You have been fighting on this for 40 minutes. Trying to prove me wrong.
I've been looking for I've been looking for a way to maintain our current meeting ID, and I don't think I can. So
I was so disappointed, and so disappointed, like as well.
All right. That is all I've got, I guess. On to the next item.
We have something so important, though the branding side doesn't need to be active on October 12th. I added as a priority. MicroProfile needs a tab, like we discussed months ago in April or sometime, I don't remember. There is a ticket and it's here. And we need a tab that is working group, MicroProfile working group. In it, can you click the ticket, Ryan, please? And thank you for sharing today. Okay, so there it goes. So John created it a while ago, and then we have follow up. When we submitted the charter and it got approved to be public, I went in there and I said, this is the minimum items and it needs to be reviewed like inventory. The charter link, participation agreement, we need the charter link, the participation agreements, or we can just link the charter and then we go into the Eclipse working groups link. Currently, MicroProfile is under pending for review, and that is going to be active hopefully on October 12th. So instead of using the participation agreement links and the individual and the consent agreement and all these other things, my recommendation is to cut the 3 and just add that link, because the public link lists everything that is needed within. It's very short and sweet, so I'm going to update this part. Then it goes the trademarks that have not been created. We can do that later. Q&A that I am currently documenting with all the information we have been gathering in the last year. Members onboarding is also a wiki that has not been touched. Collateral contains 2 documents created, drafted by John with a little bit of help by a few of us, then the logos. And this is the bare minimum. I want everyone here to see and think what else is missing. It doesn't need to be perfect, but just as we did with the collateral, or what you call it, advertisements in MicroProfile page, we need a page that has different cards or something that helps us document the working group space, so everyone, yeah.
For the trademark guidelines, I think we're gonna have to point to the Eclipse Foundation trademark guidelines.
Yeah, for the time being, we will have to do that because MicroProfile is not going to charge people to use a logo,
yep.
Right? So we have a different one, but we can, Paul already said in the forum that we can work on that.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, and we can work on that at our own pace without rushing. So in the meantime, we can refer to Eclipse Foundation, that kind of thing. But Ryan, this is a priority. And I wonder if everything else that we are working on needs to be closed for a moment, and then we need to bring the tab up. Is this enough for us to start that tab? Or what else are you missing to help you move it forward?
If you want all these things on a drop-down top menu of, saying working group, and these are all links in the drop-down, all I need is links to each one of these documents that you want it to go to. If there's a page that needs to be made, I can make a page, but it looks like
page. It needs to be, ideally, Ryan, needs to be like what we're creating from the original, the landing page and the speakers support page, something like that with different cards, like very friendly.
Then I need to know, we need a headline, we need a subtext, we need,
yes.
You have to come out with an image for each one. Would it be better at least just to have a menu on the top?
Yes.
That has links to everything. And then as it goes on, we have more information, we can make a separate page.
You nailed it. That's exactly what we need. And I think separate page is too much for this, but if you want to, if there is a bandwidth, so be it. But I am saying, I already know that we can cut 3 links here that we don't need and just bring 1 based on what we're working on with the Eclipse Foundation, with Sharon. So I want to know what is stopping us from having this? How long will it take, Ryan? If once we adjust this list. And John, Emily, what else is missing from here?
Well, once you have the links for each one of these and you adjust the list to what you guys want, it'll take me 10 minutes to update them.
That's amazing.
So.
Right.
Yeah, it depends how far we want to take it. Do we want to have logos of the actual members there? Do we link off to another page that has that? Well, we have it on the front page, but those aren't necessarily working group members.
Yeah, but they will be removed. Remember this, that we are going to have guest members and it should be listed. The member logos need to be listed in 2 pages. The main one, but then it goes here as one place that hosts everything. It would be my recommendation. But we can talk about it.
You could just do working group members. The logos are a little bit bigger. Guest members, you have a much smaller going below. So 2 rows. So it's not leaving too many people out, but definitely dominant on the working group members.
And the committers, we can use the link that goes directly into the MicroProfile working group. When the one that is fed by Git, that is, it has all the list. We need that link under. MicroProfile has 3 memberships: committers, guests, and orgs, and we need the space for the 3 of them, Ryan. Right?
Wouldn't this be better into the working group menu?
Yes,
Yeah,
and that one.
In this, maybe we should actually have a section that explains this a little bit more.
Yes, it's here. I said collateral contains, and then I said documents and logos, but they are not the same. It's just like a brown thing, and we don't have the logos for either. We don't have the logos for guests, but it should be something simple. The tickets are, go back to the agenda, please, and you can see that we have the tickets for compatibility and for guests there. And we don't have to create them right now, but ideally we figure out.
Committers, I did one, the compatible one logo I did. And the committer I think I did. Mm-hmm. So, but that's up to you guys. If you guys liked it and want to use them, then that's great. We can put them wherever we need to. But I mean, do you want to make it for anyone that can just download compatible, or do you want it to be happen to be given to them?
We do not know yet. That will be determined by the trademarks, and it's going to be 0 cost regardless of what we do, but it will be done at a later time.
Okay, well, that's fine. As for this ticket, once you update the links all in here, I'll get the menu up. If it's, maybe discuss this on tomorrow's call, a quick 2 minutes.
Yes,
right.
It needs to be discussed.
Right, for the trademark guideline, so I had a look at the Jakarta EE one, put a link on the chat. So we could just mirror what trademark in the Jakarta. So I have not seen, have we created the trademark guideline already? Or
no.
I might have missed.
Nope.
Okay.
We haven't.
We need to work on that as well, right?
Yeah. So the coolest thing about the trademark for Jakarta EE is that many of us were involved in the write-up. Right. And we did that was 2018. That took a long time to edit and copy and be thoughtful. We can use, since I was one of the people behind it, we can use a bunch of it because it can be helpful for any project. There are only 15 active projects that are working groups under the Eclipse Foundation. All of them can use the Jakarta EE trademark and know that at least they have a way to start and they don't have to start from 0. We put a lot of thought on that document. And then a few additions have been added to it where we found out that something was missing, and that is added via blog, which is, you see, we need to go in and change the register mark, but that takes prioritization, and it has not been done since March of last year. Okay, so one more thing I have seen on the Jakarta EE, which is not listed here. I don't know whether it's needed or not. In the Jakarta EE, it also has a meeting minutes. Is that required, or yes, it will be required here.
So that means we need to add here as well, right? Yes.
So the ticket is in the agenda. Please add. We need the minutes. We need the Zoom access.
6.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to add the forum. We need to add the working group email link. Do you see what I mean? I only added the main minutia, but we need to add like the minutes. We need to add the members listed under the committees, right? We need to add and have a link to their bios or the Twitter. We don't care. So all that thing is missing, Emily. It's just that I went directly for documentation. You see, everything here is documentation, but the minutia is so important. And if you can add it to the ticket, that will bring someone else besides me to help on this, which it shows and it looks better for the MicroProfile project.
So I'm looking at the first 3 bullets, the charter, and the agreements. You mentioned we had to wait till October 12th for something, but the card already exists on the Explorer, on the working group site, but there's no direct link. But there's no direct link to it
because it's not public. Okay, so we are right now. That is what Sharon said.
No, it's public.
It is public, but when we click, you see it clicks all of them, and that is something that Eclipse needs to adjust. When there are only 16 with MicroProfile working groups, when you click at it, it brings you to how to become a member, but it doesn't let you, right? So we need to send something to Mozilla that says, can you make it so that we can have a link? And John, great. Are you able to own that task?
No, because I don't know if I
agree.
If I like that approach.
So do we keep it separately then? I thought it would be great to have one link for the 3 documents, but if you think it, you know, I'm easy going on this.
Well, I mean, they're following their template that they've created, and if we asked them to do that, we'd be a one-off. And so I think it'd be easier if we just left them as separate links for now until we have a page. In which case we could group them together somewhere on the page if we want to continue to group them. That
sounds great then. Let's do John, good point. I thought we will do that and then help improve that side. But maybe you're correct. We have so many battles to win that maybe that is something we can do later to improve their entire ecosystem. Currently only 16 with us are included, 16 communities. It's not a big deal. Good point. Okay, so then in here, I'm going to add then the ACA also, because we need it, ACA. Okay, Emily, can you send a following list, adding the minutes, the numbers listed, the name of the people listed with links to their bios or Twitter, whatever preference? Are you comfortable to do that as a contributor to this?
I have added a comment on the 266 already.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's great.
What I'm hearing now is that the list will actually grow if things needed?
Yes, the list will grow.
Okay, then I would make its own page, working group page, and put just a table with like the title, a small description, and the link to these things.
Yeah.
So that you just go and find it this way. That way it's not like a drop down that has 30 things in it for the working group. So make a working group page. You can put whatever information we want, a couple cards, but the main thing will be like a list of links to find everything.
Yes, this is why I wanted us to see this and tell you how will it be, how will we consume it? You know, user experience is so important. If it's something so long, you're like, what the hell, right? But if you recommend just a list, I was thinking just links, a page, and with links, and just be super nice. You know,
yeah, I mean, it's a little, to organize it in a way would be good if some of these can get broken up into groups. If they're more tied to each other, let's do that, and then we can separate them a little bit cleaner. It'll make it easier for people to find what they want.
So,
I did with the branding page. If we're able to break it out and do a subtext menu, that can skip it and kind of just go down to where they want.
Yes. So Ryan, this is why it's so amazing that you showed this. When you when you created that, and you created a little tab like bookmark favorites, I thought about legal. I thought about minutes. Minutes will have the Zoom access for the call and anything related to the members that will be listed. And I can see thus far 4 different groups, and they will be added into the minutes. But clearly tomorrow when we show this, at least we're going to be much more prepared because we started the brainstorming together. That was the idea.
Sounds good. Once it's organized and agreed upon, I can make the page. So not a big
How do we feel about that? John, Emily, you're here. Simple, we execute, move forward.
Yeah, I'm okay with either way. I like the idea of a page better because then we have a place to point somebody. It's hard to point somebody at a menu. So for that reason, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
One quick question. So when I was creating the prospectus, I used the MicroProfile IO background, right, with the laptop screen. Sorry, it has a monitor on it. If you go to MicroProfile IO, yeah, like one of those. Where are those located? Do we have like an approved set of background images that are like that we've legally paid for and we can use?
No, there are no trademarks.
Legally paid for that I purchased. I'll find them. I mean, if we want to.
Because I've been using them in other places because they're on the website.
Ones, and what is it? Resources has this guy. Oh, it's slow today.
John, for a moment there, I thought you were talking about trademarks, but you're talking about the sign.
No. Just the background images, like the people in this image and the coffee one and the others. And
yeah, I bought all these.
They are all bad. And Ryan, can you drop all of them under the folder? Like you can say, what is the name that you wanted, John? That would be something nice. We have not added that to the drive.
We got to be careful because they can, I think if you bought them, they can only be used for MicroProfile IO. So we don't necessarily want third parties coming through
I don't want
using
people
them.
grabbing them. Yeah.
This needs to be private.
I would rather keep this a little bit in-house.
Yeah.
This is why we haven't shared them yet, because we use them for design, and Ryan has been super careful on this. How do we do this?
But if you have like, just drop them into a folder. Like if you go right now and you click on that one Google Drive folder, right, where all the logos are and stuff, either a directory level up, I'm not sure what the directory structure looks like, but either a directory level up have a protected drive.
Yes.
Or in that directory have a protected folder.
Yeah, let's do that, Ryan. Protect it, remove everyone, and just add access for the MicroProfile main. The only access will be the MicroProfile main infra. Yeah, the main infra email, because only a few people are included, and then that's it. They can edit and nothing else. No individuals, right? And that will be, John, really, really great cut up on that one.
Sure. John, the pictures will just be colored. They won't have the blue over it, or would you rather them have the blue over it already?
Good question. Like, here's what I did. When I updated the prospectus this morning, I went to the page source, found the URL, copied it and pasted it, you know what I mean, of the image. So yeah. I've been using them as they look here, which have the blue over it already, I think.
Can you copy? Oh, because you go to the source and do it. Okay.
Yeah, because
the colors put in through WordPress, so it's like a color overlay.
Yeah. Here's how I used it, by the way. I'll paste it in chat real quick. And we're actually, oops, darn it, I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, no, and my wife's waiting for me, so I have
to
go.
All right. I was going to say 3 minutes in.
Sorry, I gotta run.
Yes.
All right, talk to you later.
John, Ryan, go enjoy. Say hello to Christine. Guess what? John, add that to the minutes. Add that to the minutes, and then Ryan, and pull in Ryan, and he can do the follow-up. Because everything, when something that we have not said, when the website was launched, our internal legal, went through and searched for discrepancies. So it has been clear. As we do these adjustments, we will require legal to clean up and make sure that the website is still, danger-free. That is what we do. So that will happen later. Just FYI that we have been doing that every year as an inventory, and I think it's so important. But I don't think we have ever even stated that to the community. It's just because, But now that we will have a budget, it's going to be so nice for us to pay for that. Not Tommy Tribe, but externally, the working group will do so. And I'm super excited to start including you and everyone that is involved on that process, that is compliance, which I consider extremely important.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and we're actually over a little bit, but we started late thanks to technical difficulties. All right, so thanks everyone, and I'll see you in 2 weeks, or see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks.
Bye everyone.
Bye.